Your proposal is such a special occasion and one that you'll remember for the rest of your life, but with so much pressure to get it right, how do you make sure that you've not forgotten anything? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Curated Wedding. I'm Nasli and I run Offley Place, an award-winning wedding venue where we've hosted hundreds of beautiful wedding days. I've also recently gotten married myself, so I'll be spilling all my insider secrets as well as sharing behind the scenes of my own wedding planning journey, where we'll discuss the art of a curated wedding. So if you're interested, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified of my weekly wedding tips. Now today we'll go through the 5 steps to making sure that your wedding proposal is memorable for all the right reasons. If you are patiently waiting a proposal from your partner, this is the video to send them to make sure that they finally get that clear hint and so that the moment is everything that you want it to be. And if you've been sent this video from your partner, you, my friend, are getting the cheat sheet, the ultimate guide to your proposal. So get your notes ready and stick with me to the very end, something that will make sure it all goes smoothly. Now let's get into it. Tip number 1, make it personal. A proposal by default is a deeply emotional and personal moment, so it's important to make it meaningful and super special to your partner, really reflecting yourselves and your relationship. Take some time to think about what your partner loves, what makes them feel special, and incorporate all these elements into your proposal. This could be anything from a favourite place, activity, or sentimental memory. The aim, of course, is to have you at the heart of the moment. So if your partner really loves intimate moments, try and keep it low-key, sentimental. If your partner prefers big public displays, you can work on a much grander scale to do something really exciting. Whatever your preference is, just keep it really personal to yourselves. For my proposal, my husband knew how important family was to me and how the first thing I'd want to do is to see them. So he'd flown his parents over in from Sweden and organised for both of our families to be waiting for us at lunch. After we'd had our private proposal and taken it all in, just the two of us, he then whisked me off to where they were all waiting for us, and it made the moment so much more special for me. Now, tip number 2 is to keep it a surprise. There is nothing quite like the element of surprise to make a proposal even more special. This truly may be the biggest surprise of your partner's entire life. Even if you've already discussed elements of how you'd want the proposal to go, or you've gone through the process of choosing the engagement ring together, try to keep the overall proposal a surprise so that they're caught off guard and really overwhelmed with the joy and excitement in the actual moment itself. Now, putting in the effort to plan and keep things under wraps shows your commitment and your thoughtfulness. It doesn't need to be big, but it just needs to be something that you'll both love, that you'll have taken the time to plan especially for them. If you want to ask for family approval or let your partner's close friends in on the secret, that is absolutely fine. But just make sure to keep the circle tight and to let them know that it is really important no one else finds out. Tip number 3 is to give yourself some time. Accepting a proposal is a really big life-changing moment that although you may have had the time to prepare for emotionally in the lead up to planning everything and obviously thinking it all through, your new fiance will need a moment to take it all in. I know it definitely took me a little while to come back down to earth afterwards. This will be really exciting new information, so just let that sink in. There might be a million things that you'd like to do after the proposal, but my personal advice would be to give yourself some time to just be together, whether that's a picnic, a hotel getaway, just the two of you, or something else. Just a moment to be in your own engaged little bubble before getting back to the real world. Destination proposals are getting more and more popular. I think for this reason, as the excitement of being out of your day-to-day adds a little bit more magic to the moment. And of course, it really helps in giving you that time to yourselves to soak it all in. However, you can still create that exact same feeling at home by just taking it really slow and making it really special. If you can take the weekend or a few days off work to be together, definitely do. You will not regret it. Tip number 4 is capture the moment. Now, this one might be a little bit more controversial, but capturing a photo of the moment for you to treasure forever is going to be so special. I don't necessarily mean a photo for you to share online, although of course if this is something you want to do then that's perfect. but more so just something to keep for yourselves and just remember every part of that magical proposal. One option would be to hire a photographer for an hour or so who'll hide secretly away and snap the moment without you even noticing. This way you'll have gorgeous professional photos of the biggest moment of your life that you can frame and put around your home for years to come. You can, of course, also ask friends or family to secretly hide away somewhere close by and get some natural photos or videos of the moment. This may actually be the most authentic version, and of course they can jump out and join the celebrations after they hear the resounding yes. Another option is to ask a stranger to photograph and film the moment for you. I've seen really lovely proposals where someone asks a stranger if they'll take a photo of them, secretly asking them to take a video instead. And as the couple are stood there posing for their photo, they'll drop down to one knee, proposing to their partner, and all of it is captured really candidly on film. This is obviously a great one to keep the surprise element and to make sure that you don't miss the moment at all, but this is only one to consider if your partner doesn't mind being in public. However you do it, I don't think you'll regret having a photo of the moment. Tip number 5 is to think about your words. It's completely natural to be a little nervous, but this is why it's so important to be prepared and have a plan for what you want to say in the proposal. Take some time beforehand and make some notes. Really think about what it is that you want to say. It doesn't have to be elaborate or super poetic language, so please don't be worried by anything like that. Just say how you truly feel. You can start with a story, perhaps the moment that you realised that you were in love, or something that makes you both laugh to break the ice a little bit, just whatever shows how special and unique your relationship is. It's also always heartwarming to reflect on past memories together, your relationship so far, and of course your own love story, how you got to this point. Just relive some of your happiest memories. Something a little bit different, but for those who are really nervous about speaking their feelings or just much better at writing, there's also the option of writing your proposal instead. Throughout our relationship, my husband has always written me cards and letters. It's just been a theme that's really personal to us. So when it came to the proposal, he got down on one knee, he said a few words, but he also gave me a card where he'd written everything that he wanted to say. As soon as I'd finished reading the card and put it down, he was there with the ring. This was really special for us because it was so personal, and honestly, as someone who's been proposed to, I can tell you that as soon as you see your partner down on one knee, your heart starts racing and the whole world blurs away. And I just worry that I wouldn't have remembered everything that he'd said if it wasn't written down for me. We actually used the writing in his card for some of our decoration on one of our wedding cakes, and another part of it I had embroidered on the bottom of my wedding veil that I wore on the day. So this ended up being really perfect for us, and definitely another option to consider. Now, if you're not sure about what to say for the proposal or where to start, I've put together a checklist breaking this all down for you, which you can download completely free in the description box below. So I hope these tips were helpful for creating that little moment of magic for your proposal. If they were, please give the video a like, it would mean so much. If you're still in the early stages of thinking about getting engaged, I'd recommend watching my video on choosing the perfect engagement ring. I'll link it on screen for you just to make sure that you're fully equipped for the proposal. And if you're looking to find out what to do as soon as you get engaged, then subscribe to the channel because that one will be coming out next. Leave any questions and comments down below. If you have a proposal story you'd like to share, or if you're planning a proposal, please do tell us all about it. We'd love to hear it. That's it for this week, but I'll be back next week with more engagement and wedding planning tips. See you then.